everybody. So today we're in Pineville, South Carolina. So you'll recognize the first stop in this video, but everything else we've never covered on this channel before, and we've actually never visited before. So if you're ready, I'm ready. So let's go. We're gonna start our visit to Pineville at a place that we've done many times before, but this is the grave of Frances Marion. And that sign says, all rich in iodine, South Carolina, Belle Isle Plantation, the former home of Gabriel Marion, brother of General Francis Marion. The latter is buried there in the family graveyard, 1 mile. And that gate right there shows about the American Revolution, Daughters of American, on that. And then you've got this nice long drive back here. I have to call it Pineville because of all the pine trees. No gas. Okay, so we have covered this many times before, but this is Frances Marion's grave, and it's in Pineville, South Carolina. And it says Frances Marion died February 27, 1795 in his 63rd year and was buried here at Belle Isle Plantation, home of his brother Gabriel. His own plantation, Pond Bluff, was about 15 miles upriver and is now under Lake Marion. He was born in South Carolina, the descendant of French Huguenot immigrants. The exact date and place of his birth are unknown. So we're gonna start here, and then we're gonna go some places that we've never showed before in Pineville. And to be honest with you, we have never truly explored Pineville. But I was wondering where to go today, and I was like, you know what? Well, we see that sign for historic Pineville, so let's go. And that talks about the elusive Frances Marion, guerrilla commander. And I do have 2 videos already about Frances Marion. One of them is really good in my opinion. If you'd like to check that out, I went around to the different places he had been and showed the murals and all kind of stuff and places he had been. I think it's a wonderful video myself, one of my better ones actually. And that says the elusive Frances Marion, the stuff of legend. And that right there says 1931. General Frances Marion and his wife rest within this enclosure. And erected in grateful appreciation of the services of the Swamp Fox during the American Revolution by the Daughters of the American Revolution of South Carolina, 1931. And that says to preserve To posterity, this burial place of an honored son, the General Assembly of South Carolina, replaces the crumbling and broken tomb nearly a century old with this enduring memorial cut from her own granite hills. And there's some coins down there where people have visited. I might have to get out the sunlight there. And it says, sacred to the memory of General Francis Marion, who departed this life on the 27th of February, 1795, in the 63rd year of his age. And this right here is his wife's grave right here. And she was Mary Esther Marion. And if you come back here in the summertime, there's fire ants all over the grave. It's a very popular place for them to hang out. And you got the flag right there flying. And as you can tell, it's windy today. It's like in the in the lower 70s today, but the wind is a very strong wind, so you still need something on you. And this is the rest of the graves right here, but some of them are actually just headstones. There's nobody buried in some of these places. And that tells about that. It says the markers of persons named below were removed from Trinity Church, Black Oak. The remains rest in original grave covered by cement slab. And that tells you the ones where the markers are just here, but they're not. Alright, so now we're gonna mosey on down the road. You might say up the road, and go to our next location where we're covering for Pineville. And that says Francis Marion, Brigadier General of South Carolina Militia during the American Revolution. Francis Marion was one of the partisan leaders who kept the war alive during the British occupation of the state. His elusive disappearances after surprise attacks against superior forces harassed and demoralized the enemy, earning for him the name Swamp Fox. Okay, so now we're just driving down the road. Oakland Club on that side of the road. It says there's a fire tower, and it says there's a wildlife viewing area over there, Sandy Beach waterfowl area. I wonder what's back there. And is it really a sandy beach? That's the Maud Callan Clinic, Berkeley County Health Department. And this says Maud E. Callan Clinic. Maud E. Callan, 1898 to 1990, was born in Quincy, Florida. She received formal training at Florida A&M University and the Tuskegee Institute. In 1923, she and her husband moved to Pineville, South Carolina, where she worked as an Episcopal missionary and one of the few nurse midwives in South Carolina. She alone delivered over 800 babies and taught community women midwifery. Callan served poor patients through Berkeley County. And then there's something on the other side too. The sun is bright. And it says, in 1951, Callan was featured in a Life magazine photo essay. The attention led to donations from across the nation, enabling the construction of the health clinic that she had long envisioned. The facade remains today as a reminder of her work. The clinic operated from 1953 to 1986. Callan retired in 1971, but continued to serve the people of Berkeley County until her death in 1990. So that's it right there. And you can Google her. She's a fascinating lady. They do have a lot of pine trees. Pretty sure that's not a spot. It's called Pineville. Wandering Minds.
Look around. They cut down.
I know. They've cut a lot of trees down since we last come through here, you know. I don't know if they're going to put houses out here or what.
Good question.
And there's the official sign that says Pineville right there.
I'm going to the post office first.
I'll just go ahead and go to the historic district first. Because if not, you got to backtrack.
You're going to have to backtrack anyway.
You know,
Yes, you do.
the post office as soon as we got here. But whatever you want to do. There's a farm over there. Fire department right there. So now we're over here at the post office, and there's this sign right here, but I got to start on this side to see what it says. And that says Mayhem Plantation. North of here was a plantation owned by Hezekiah Mayhem, who lived from 1739 to 1789. A legislator, soldier, and planter, Mayhem owned 500 acres in St. Stephen's Parish by 1771 and eventually held dozens of enslaved people who grew rice in the fields between here and the Santee River. Mayhem also laid out a horse racing track east of this site, later known as the St. Stephen's Course. He is buried approximately 1 mile north. And it says, during the American Revolution, Mayhem was in the South Carolina militia and involved in a number of actions from 1776 to 1782. He became closely identified with the Mayhem Tower, a tall log structure built at Mayhem's suggestion to capture British-held Fort Watson in 1781. He ultimately attained the rank of lieutenant colonel and was given command of a battalion of light dragoons known as Mayhem's Legion. That's the post office here if you're ever in town and need to mail a letter or get some stamps. can't see anything. That sun is brutal today. So now we're turning to go into the historic district.
It's what you got a church up there.
With another marker.
Huh?
With another marker.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's a very pretty church. I don't know where the thing's at. Might just be better whenever we come down town and get that one. There it is.
Someone left your trash here.
Mm-hmm.
We got whole bags.
So if you're wondering, we've never been through here before, so we're just as excited as what you are if you've never seen it. I don't know if there's like a little town back here or if it's just trees.
It might be like the little community I grew up in, Clementine.
Well, they don't have anything that says historic on that, though.
Huh?
They don't have a sign saying historic on that.
No, it don't.
Apparently that is St. Peter's Church back there.
Well, we're meeting up at the end of this road. You either go to the left or right, or go back the way we came. Go back the way we came.
Well, we can
Huh?
go this way to see where it takes us.
That dirt road.
Oh, well, we know we're not going down dirt road. We'll go on the paved road.
That's some of my pretty houses back here.
There are nice houses.
Room straw over there. to the left. There's no one here. First time coming here myself.
I know. We've been on the main road plenty of times, you know, heading to Utahville to get peaches in the summertime. And then, like, you know, whenever we go to Francis Marion Grave and stuff like that. But other than that, we ain't never been off the road through here. I think we passed by this a while ago, yeah, because I remember that burnt trailer over there.
Oh well. This is Pineville.
So we got that church coming up here again. I guess you just have to pull off the side of the road. Probably up there in front of the church. Okay, so this says the village of Pineville. Pineville, established in 1793 to 94, was one of the first planters' retreats in the South. James Sinclair built the first summer house here in 1793. Pineville, named for its religiously preserved pines and known for its sweet and balmy air, became a village in 1794 after John Cords, Peter Gilliard, John Palmer, and Peter Phillip and Samuel Porcher built houses here as well. So therefore that explains the pines. And by 1830, Pineville had more than 60 houses, a chapel, an academy, a library, and a racetrack. Frederick Porcher wrote in 1858, the prestige of its ancient fame remains. Union troops burned most of the village in 1865, except the chapel, library, post office, and Gordon House, circa 1820. The Pineville Historic District was listed in the National Register of Historic Places in 1992. So I can see from here that they do have the decal up there for the historic places. And they do have some new signs at the road. Tomb of General Francis Marion, Belle Isle Plantation, 8 miles. Blue Star Memorial Highway, and then Thomas Walter, the grave of Thomas Walter, circa 1740 to 1789, pioneer botanist, is 9 miles west at his Santee River Plantation. A native of England, Walter came to South Carolina by 1769. He collected and cataloged many plants native to the low country. His catalog, Flora Carolina, published in London in 1788, was the first botany of an American region to use the Linnean classification system. So that's a little bit of extra information. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up our little video of Pineville, South Carolina. How'd you like it, Mom?
I've seen it, was pretty.
Yeah, we had visited Francis Marion's grave several times over the years. Today was the first day we stopped at the Maud Callan place. And there's some really good information about her online. Check it out if you love history. And then we went to the post office because we saw a historical marker whenever we were coming into town. And then we went into the historic district. But I'm guessing the only thing that's really historic in the historic district would be the church. And I'll show it in a minute. But I was recording and the dog was like, woo, 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 woo. And you can hear the owner yelling at the dog to come back. So I'm gonna leave that in as a blooper because I had to start over. So anyway, and the dog, it just got me. I'm like, you know what? Let me just start this over again because I forgot even what I was saying. So you can hear the slip-ups in that. But we had been coming through numerous times over the years. I'm always like, I wonder what's back there in historic. Pineville, because there's a big sign out there at the road. Looks like a lot of houses, but it was pretty cool. It was a nice little drive over here to see it. We had never done it before. So anyway, hope you enjoyed.
And subscribe.
Yes, please subscribe, and we'll see you somewhere else. So toodaloo. Bye. All right, so I got to go on the other side and start this one too. So this says the village of Pineville. Pineville, established in 1793 to 94, was one of the first planters' retreats in the South. James Sinker built the first summer house here in 1793. Pineville, named for its religiously preserved pines and known for its sweet and balmy air, became a village in 1794 after John Cords, Peter Gaillard, John Palmer, and Peter Phillip and Samuel Porcher built houses here as well. And on this side it says by 1930